thanks so much for coming out on a Friday afternoon. And on behalf of Paro Centre for Women's Enterprise and all of our team and all the Paro women, I want to extend the warmest welcome and thank you so much for coming out and being part of another press conference that we're doing as part of our 20th year celebrations. So this is another milestone, and today I want to talk to you about our Peer Lending Circle Network. We have peer lending circles now from Red Lake to Timmins and up into the remote Aboriginal communities. And we're very proud of that because that's how we started originally in 1995, was by starting this Peer Lending Circle Network. And one of my philosophies were, I was working at the Northern Women's Centre at the time doing a project to set up a women's community loan fund. And the reason why I was so interested in doing that project, and that became Paro, was because I felt if women were in difficult situations, one of the things that they needed was money in their pocket and a support network, right? Because then women could have some choices. They could have choices about how they were going to build their life, and if they had to make changes in their life, those were two elements that they really needed. They needed a support network and they needed money in their pocket. So that's why I started Paro originally, as a peer lending circle network. So all the women across Northern Ontario that wanted to participate could come together in small groups of 4 to 7 and work with each other within their community to build their dreams. But many of the women didn't necessarily have the cash equity or collateral that they would need to go to a traditional bank. And I know we have Michael Nitz here, who is a very supportive partner with Paro on one of the new projects that we're doing. And they, banks have their criteria. And so there was a gap there. And at that time, I had just finished working at a Community Futures Development Corporation. I saw the gap there as well. The gap was for women, and if they didn't have the cash equity, they didn't have the collateral, they were single moms or going through a divorce or widowed or just, in a low income situation. They didn't meet the criteria to get the support that they needed to follow their dreams and start their business. So Paro started on that premise of helping women move forward to following their dreams and putting some money in their pocket. So as we've moved forward, we built the network of circles on just getting loans and providing peer support and networking to women in the communities where they lived. But we felt that there was still something missing, and I said I'm talking about myself, the staff, the board of directors, who are circle members, by the way, elected at our annual general meeting. We felt that there was something missing, that some women needed a little bit more than that if they were going to build their business and be sustainable over the long term. So we took our own money and put in, our own earned money, and put in $20,000 to provide a grant pool to go with the loans for the first and second stage loans. So now what happens is if a woman gets a first stage loan, she's a circle member, she gets $1,000, but she only has to pay back $500. So $500 is literally a grant. Then she goes on to get $2,000, but she only has to pay back $1,000. And so that really means that she gets a $1,500 grant to start a business, matched with a $1,500 loan. And that offers more security for the women who need it most. Women who don't need it, there's a tick-off box on the application, so if they don't meet the criteria, they don't need it, they can get the loan but not the grant. So it goes to the women who need it most. And that's why you're here today, because we're going to launch Paro's charity fundraising campaign. And it's about raising money for that grant pool because our $20,000 is running out. And we want to, on our 20th anniversary, move forward and sustain this part of our peer lending circle grants and loans. And to this point, the other source of funds that we had were from donors like yourself, and many of them are here today with us. So Paro, in addition to our grants and loans, just to let you know what we're doing so that you can see the impact that we have on the communities. Since 2009, we've been able to put 4.11 million actually, in the pockets of women, grant dollars in the pockets of women to start their businesses. Can you imagine how much money that gives to the economy? Over 2.5 million of that came from Paro programs, like our peer circles, but also our Gateway program and our Building Bridges program and so on. And the rest of it comes from programs like Northern Ontario Heritage Fund and Future Entrepreneurs and so on and so forth. So that's quite a few dollars that women are contributing. And because of that, like in the last year alone, we helped start 113 businesses. And of those businesses, those businesses in particular that we worked with, 508 jobs were created. So that's quite a lot. I mean, we put a lot of money, government puts a lot of money into a manufacturing plant or a mine or whatever to make 500 jobs sometimes. So, you know, for an organization like ourselves to be able to work with the women businesses to create over 500 jobs is quite an accomplishment. So I want you to let you know that, you know, your dollars have a huge impact, not only in helping women, but in helping our economy in general. So that, what I'm going to do now is ask the women that are here to come forward and sign our check. But I want to just take a second to tell you how the Pay It Forward method works, right? All the donors here today are paying it forward, right? They're helping someone else. And I explained to you how the grants work. So the math is really simple for Pay It Forward. And it's astonishing, really, because $50 from 500 donors will actually move 50 women forward. $500 from 500 donors will move 500 women forward. And even if these 500 women's businesses made only $30,000 each, if you do the math, that would put $15 million in our northern economy. I mean, those are significant numbers. So yes, paying it forward not only helps the woman, but it helps everyone, all of us. And I think that's a really important element. So I'm going to ask our 20 top donors to come forward and sign this check in recognition of their support for the organization. And then will you please stay up here so we can have a photo op opportunity. And I'm going to ask a couple of the women if they'll just speak for a second about why they donated to Paro. So Bonnie King, would you come up and sign the check? Oh, she's not here. Okay, you know what? I'll just say all the names. If you're here, come. Maybe they'll come in as I'm saying it. Bonnie King, Laura Freilich. You want to come up, Laura? I know Laura's here. Donna Brown is here. Trode Wedding, she's not here. Tracy Fura's not here. Lavina Collins is here. Linda Farmer's here. Where's Linda? Oh, she's behind the door. There she is. Denise Culligan is not here. Colleen Martin is here. One of our partners from NADF, Nishnawbe Development Fund. Debbie Stewart is here. Yes, right in the back. Maureen Brophy, she's not here. Laura Lynch is here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Laura Lynch is always here. Bonnie Gordon is here. Now I got the right Bonnie. Bonnie Gordon is here. Loretta Shipko is here. Crystal Olson is here. Fabiola Martinez is here. Karen Evans is not here. Lori Morin is here. I saw a beautiful picture of Lori and Karen Rogowski on Facebook this morning, and everyone was talking about how they helped them start their business. It's great to see they've been here for many years. Lois Knuckles here, and Stephanie Ash is here. So we got a lot of signers. We need a bigger room. We need a bigger room.
Yeah, once everybody's done with it.
Yes, exactly.